The weight of the church is always heavy on me. It's a constant battle, always trying to throw it back to Christ.
One of the hardest things that I thought I had, in the hardest thing I thought I had, was building a Family Life Center legacy. Thought it was the hardest thing. Let me tell you why. It was the hardest thing for me in the sense that in the midst of all of this, I was excited because I saw that God brought Dwayne McNabb here, who was exposed to buildings because he did landscaping after construction was done on buildings. So he had to be intricately involved in the plans and everything else. So this white gentleman comes in his wheelchair up to me, and he said to me in his wheelchair, he said, I didn't want to push myself because I know I'm in a mostly African-American church. I didn't want to push myself like I'm trying to be aggressive or do anything. But I just want you to know a little bit about my background since y'all just voted to build the Legacy Sanctuary and Family Life Center. So I said, no, don't forget, in my head, it's not just the word, it's trusting it. So I turn around and I go, okay, no, sir, we're ready to walk with you. He said, really? I said, yeah, because in my head, he fits his body together fitly and he's always ahead. He's the one doing this. He's just looking for somebody to lead it. That's it. He wants this. He's just using me to lead it. He wants Moses. So, okay, Moses, raise your stick. When did a stick open up a Red Sea? I mean, think about it for a minute. When did Moses get frogs to come out? I mean, who's Moses? None of these things happen. He's just using a leader to carry out his agenda so people can walk with flesh and flesh. Jesus Christ became flesh. He's just using it. So I said, yes, sir. The man says, don't worry about it. I'm going to give you enough money to build a building, the president of the bank. I'm going to give you enough money to build a building, but the 20% will get you there. Okay? So when the 20% was on the table, there's not a problem. And I remember thinking, okay, God, what am I going to do? Okay? We're down this road now. We're getting ready to do what you want us to do. And God, here we go. And there's no Dwayne McNabb. We are getting ready now. The bank is done what they're supposed to do. We're all excited and we're moving forward. And guess what? They got to the time where we need the 20%. And the guy goes, the president couldn't meet with me. So I go downstairs to this guy and he goes, I'm not giving you no more money. You shouldn't even gotten this loan in the first place. I don't know why he did it. And he's just fussing at me and I'm sitting there. And I'm thinking, God, listen, man, I just had a person from the city come in and tell us we've got to take our kitchen and make it a commercial kitchen because Dwayne McNabb, serving his church faithfully, found us a person who, because of all his contacts, that had a wonderful oven that he said the person is selling dirt cheap because of a relationship with him. So we bought that oven only for them to walk in and say, that's a commercial oven. You got to change everything in here. So we're sitting there and we're going, oh my God. And this guy's talking to me. I said, okay, God, you know what? Moses had Pharaoh doing this. Okay, God, okay, trust you. It's not the hardest thing. It's me releasing my will to yours and to trust you. So I said to him, sir, we want the $250,000. He says, well, you know what? I'll lend it to you, but I guarantee you this is gone. He just switched up. He said, I'll lend it to you. Because what I did, God forgive me, I took Dwayne McNabb because the first meeting I had with him was, where he's just talking to me like he's not going to do nothing. So I took a white guy, that's the truth, that's what I did, to the meeting. And Dwayne McNabb, I talked to him, he said, yeah, let's do it. So he took him and he switched up. And he said, you know what, I'll do this, but you're going to fail. And because the president did this, and he told you that, I know he did, because that's what we do here, we're going to go ahead and do this. And I'm in this meeting, and I know we are still $100,000 short. Still $100,000 short. And I'm going, oh my God, you brought me this far, you ain't going to drop me. So I sit in my office knowing that I get to the meeting, and they're going to say to us, you can't finish this building. There's just no way. We've done every cutback we could cut back. And I never forget that because they cut back a part in the building. I wanted to be an outreach center. But by the grace of God, one of the people on our little small committee rushed to what was Inwood Baptist Church at the time, and they said, yeah, we'll take y'all on so long as you do Bible study on Tuesday nights. That's why we stuck with Tuesday nights. Bible study on Tuesday nights, because we used to do worship at Hoffman Middle School and Bible study at Candlelight Bible Church. So now we're at Inwood Baptist Church, and we're there and having Bible study before God moved all of this unsettledness to a strip center where he made us unsettled, to move us to get on this land at the Family Life Center, constantly making sure we're never settled. And so we're now at building this building. This problem is ahead of us. I'm sitting there thinking, God, how am I going to do this? And the phone kept ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing. I said, I got to pick up this phone. So I pick it up, and it was Winifred McNabb on the phone saying, before Dwayne passed away, he said, you give 10% of that life insurance I have for you, set aside for you, that I've been taking care of for all this time. You give 10% to the building program. We had $100,000 that we were short was given to the church cash in that phone call. That's why I keep saying to you, living word, great is his faithfulness. This is not something I'm just saying to you. This is the reality of where you sit, is learning to trust him, not letting the circumstances determine your walk with him. Just your walk with him is everything.